You're listening to Dilaw na Kandila, English Filipino Horror Stories. Hello everyone, I'm Eric, but everybody calls me Sir Sig, a Filipino writer and horror story host, and this is Dilaw na Kandila. On this channel, I share English Filipino horror stories that I personally write, inspired by our culture, our beliefs, and the many mysterious stories that exist in the Philippines. I grew up hearing stories about ghosts, spirits, diwata, encanto, and other creatures from our folklore, and this channel is my way of sharing those stories with all of you. Some of the stories you'll hear here are pure horror fiction that I wrote, but many of them are also real-life experiences sent by my followers directly to my Facebook page, Dilaw na Kandila Pinoy Comics. I read their stories, write them into narrative form, and share them here so more people can hear about these strange and terrifying experiences. I also want to be honest with you. My English is not very good, so I use Edge Translator and AI voice to help me tell my stories in English. I hope you don't mind the AI voice, but I promise you that every story on this channel is written with effort, passion, and the goal of entertaining your mind. And maybe even giving your soul a little chill. So if you enjoy horror stories, mysteries, and tales inspired by Filipino culture and folklore, you're in the right place. Turn down the lights, relax, and listen carefully.
My girlfriend called me late one night, her voice shaking. I rushed to pick her up from work. She was crying when she called me. When I arrived, I wiped the tears from her face. She looked at me and said, "I saw him. He was outside the shop. It was really him. I saw him." The him she was talking about was Benjamin Ramos, a millionaire real estate broker and a crazy stalker. It all started 2 years ago. We weren't together yet back then, but it didn't take long before we fell deeply in love with each other. She met Benjamin at work during that time, right when our relationship was just beginning to heat up. She worked at a local coffee shop. I'd rather not say the name of the place. Anyway, anyone who has ever worked in the service industry knows that every once in a while you get strange customers. Maybe 1 out of every 100. But this one was different. One night during dinner, my girlfriend told me that he had already come to the shop 3 times in a single day, and he refused to be served by anyone except her. Then he even paid one of her coworkers 2,000 pesos just to get her work schedule. So now we're back to the present. My girlfriend was sitting there with me, crying, even though I knew what I was about to say might sound bad. I told her, "Baby, I think you might have just imagined it. Are you sure it was really him?" She looked shocked. "What are you talking about?" "It was him. I saw him." I said, "I think maybe you're just a little paranoid and thought it was him, but it really wasn't. It's impossible that it was him. Come on, let's just go home." So we went home. We drank some coffee, talked things through, and I comforted her the whole time. "It's okay. It's gonna be okay, baby." A few days later, I don't remember exactly when, but according to my girlfriend, it wasn't enough for Benjamin to see her at work anymore. He started showing up everywhere. At the grocery store, at the MRT, the LRT, even at her doctor's clinic, pretending like they were just running into each other by coincidence. In his mind, Maybe it felt like some kind of romantic meet cute. Like, wow, we keep running into each other. He would ask her out. My girlfriend politely refused every time. But apparently, Benjamin didn't accept the word no. Like always, things only got worse. The real problem was that the guy was incredibly rich. The kind of rich where money basically means nothing anymore. Just imagine this. You arrive at work, and there are 144 roses waiting for you, and you already know who sent them. Creepy, right? Or imagine someone knocking on your door. You open it, and there's a group of men singing "We Belong Together" by Mariah Carey. They're holding chocolates and balloons, and while they're smiling and singing, the only thing running through your mind is, he knows where I live. That's how my girlfriend felt. One time, while we were driving home, I had picked her up from work again. She didn't talk to me during the entire ride. I couldn't blame her. I knew she was angry at me because honestly, I didn't know what to do. I tried calming her down as best as I could, but I had to stay firm. It wasn't Benjamin she saw. I was sure of it. That night ended like so many others, with long conversations at home while I comforted her. Days passed. For my girlfriend, nothing changed. Her paranoia never went away. After rejecting Benjamin more than 100 times, or maybe even more, she couldn't even count anymore. He started becoming aggressive. One day when she walked into work, she noticed that everyone in the lobby was wearing the exact same black suit. Benjamin had hired a group of actors to sit inside the shop all day just to talk to her. They kept telling her, "Give him a chance. Just one date. He has so much love to give you, and more than just love." My girlfriend still refused. Eventually, she transferred to another branch of the shop, but it was useless. On her very first day there, Benjamin showed up. By that time, my girlfriend and I had already been together for about a year. We had been living together for quite a while. During that entire year, through all the stories about her stalker, I had never seen her as terrified as she was the day she opened a package addressed to her. It had been left in front of our house by a private courier. There was no way to return it. When she opened it, there was a diamond ring inside. There was even a receipt. It cost $40,000. Inside the box was a small note written on expensive paper. Just one line. "If you don't marry me, I will kill you." I tried cooking for my girlfriend that night. I wanted to distract her from everything that had happened. The coffee shop, the package. I knew all her favorite foods, but she had no appetite. She still couldn't calm down after thinking she had seen Benjamin lurking around the neighborhood. I told her, "You went through something traumatic. It's normal to feel paranoid. It's normal to think you see things." She checked the locks on every door twice. Every window. She activated the house alarm. Then she told me I should sleep on the couch. I guess I deserved that, but it still hurt. Around 10 that night, I suddenly heard her scream from our bedroom. I ran immediately. Within seconds, I had the door open. She was pointing at the window. "He's there." I saw him. I walked toward the window, and I couldn't believe what I saw. There was a handprint in the fog on the glass. A clear left hand, missing the ring finger. I turned to her. "Baby, come with me to the attic. Right now." She followed me. I helped calm her down. slowed her breathing, told her she was safe. Then she asked why we were in the attic. I said, "I'm going to show you something, but you have to promise me you'll never tell anyone about this. Ever. Once you see it, you can't mention it to anyone. Promise." She promised. Next to a small trash bin, a lighter, and a bottle of lighter fluid, I picked up an old book with yellowed pages. The cover was made from some kind of strange leather. A piece of paper was tucked between the pages. I handed it to her while the book was still open. She stared at it. Then she said, "Why do you have a photocopy of Benjamin Barrett's driver's license?" I answered, "Because I took it from him when I killed him." Her face went pale. I held her to make sure she wouldn't faint. I told her, "I thought maybe someday I need proof, so I made a copy. But that's the last piece of evidence left. I destroyed everything else, even his ring finger. I cut it off myself. If the police ever come someday, run up here to the attic and burn that paper in the trash bin." She looked at me in confusion. "I don't understand. I saw him. I saw him at work, and I saw him outside our window." I said, "I know, babe. I believe you. But the thing we're dealing with now is much worse." "Why? What is it?" I showed her the book I had hidden the paper inside. The title read, "Exorcising Evil Spirits." I looked at her and said, "I think you're being haunted." She didn't respond right away. She just stared silently at the old book. After a few seconds, she slowly shook her head. "No, that's impossible," she whispered. "I'm sure it was Benjamin." I had no answer, because even I couldn't understand how it could be possible. I killed Benjamin Ramos. I was the one who cut off his finger. I was the one who buried his body where no one would ever find it. And I was certain of that. Months passed after that night. We moved to a new house. We burned all the evidence. My girlfriend changed jobs. We tried to forget everything. And for a few weeks, life finally started to feel normal again. But sometimes, in the middle of the night, I wake up and I hear her crying beside me. I ask her why. Her answer always comes in a soft whisper, "Benjamin." Then she points at the window. When I look, I don't see anyone there. But on the glass near the foot of our bed, there's a handprint, a left hand, missing its ring finger. The end.
Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed hearing Filipino tales, folklore, and true stories from my culture. The Philippines is a land filled with mystery, old beliefs, and stories that have been passed down from generation to generation. Through this channel, I hope I can share a small part of those stories with all of you. If this story gave you chills or reminded you of something strange that happened in your own life, then maybe the world is more mysterious than we think. If you enjoy Filipino horror stories, folklore, and real paranormal experiences, and you don't mind that these stories are narrated using an AI voice, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss the next story. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss the next story. And if you have your own scary experience, something you can't explain, something that still haunts you until today, you can send your story to my Facebook page, Dilaw na Kandila Pinoy Comics. I read your messages, and some of them may become the next story featured here on this channel. Remember, sometimes the most terrifying stories are not the ones we imagine. Sometimes they are the ones that really happened. This is Sir Sig, and thank you for listening to Dilaw na Kandila Pinoy Comics. Until the next story, keep the lights low and keep the candle burning.